Hello everyone and welcome back to another night of Indiana State Esports. I'm your host Cullen Light, and unfortunately we did have some technical difficulties earlier, so we weren't able to stream the pregame, but Indiana State coming back from a devastating loss from Bradley a couple weeks ago, 2-2. Both teams were at it the entire time, and unfortunately Bradley was able to get the very last goal in match 5. So let's get into this. It is Indiana State versus Illinois State. 30 seconds have gone so far in this match and nothing's really happened. You know, ball keeps going back and forth between both teams. And what an interesting. Ooh, and B-Step tried to flip it back, but Troy was just right there, getting that ball and putting it right back into the goal. Ooh, and unfortunately, B-Step misses the save, and that's another goal for Illinois State. What's interesting is that Illinois State and Indiana State both have the same abbreviation, ISU, so it can be kind of hard to distinguish the two. Indiana does win the coin flip here, but immediately gets demoed. Miller with the save. Unfortunately, Indiana not able to get a goal right there. That would have been nice for them. Cowboy Dan has a chance, and yes, here we go. The momentum is starting. What a great shot from Cowboy Dan. Illinois State trying to make the save, and actually almost got it. That was kind of crazy. Another demo from Illinois State. Doesn't secure them the goal though. Mario kind of playing goalie here and gets the save. Nice done. Nice done. Ball is in the air. Indiana State gets demoed. And that might be a goal. And there we go. Another goal for Illinois State, making it 3-1 with half the time left. The double tap was great. What nice double tap right there from Illinois State. Apologies to everyone if I don't talk as much. Just kind of multitasking, doing a bunch of things at once. Spectating, commentating, and I'm also moderating chat and doing production. So if I a little bit of time in between where I don't talk, that's why. Indiana State trying to get the ball away from their goal. B-Step with the save. Nice. Once again, Indiana State denying Illinois State that goal. And another nice save from Cowboy Dan there. We've seen some really good saves over the season from Cowboy Dan. Wow, and it hits the goalpost. Indiana State not letting them get that goal. Ooh, and hits the side of the ball. It doesn't go in. Unfortunately, not the direction he wanted it to. I think at this point, Illinois State's just trying to keep it on their side. B-Step with the demo. Indiana State, with only a minute remaining, needs to get these 2 goals pronto. They just can't. They just can't get the ball on Illinois State's side. They're just constantly playing defense, and just a constant cycle of defense, unfortunately. Ooh, and the save from Miller. Maybe Miller was going for a double tap right there, but B-Step was able to stop it. 30 seconds remaining. Indiana State needs, the pressure's on. Indiana State needs these goals. Can't make any mistakes. Another nice save from Mario. Ooh, and Miller with the double tap, the air dribble into the double tap. Nice. Yeah, look at that. Nice air dribble into. It was, dang, a triple tap. Nice. That's pretty crazy. And that will be game, unfortunately. We saw some nice things there, but as it stood, Indiana State was just constantly on the defensive, not really had any opportunities to attack and go on that offensive and get those goals. But we had some really nice saves. I mean, 5 saves from B-Step, 3 from Cowboy Dan. Just nice defense. Their offense is just a little wonky. Maybe something they could touch on and practice a little bit. But yeah, it's unfortunate that the first match does go to Indiana State, but we have definitely seen some good things from them. You know, they're fighting a lot better than they did last week. Not last week, but the week before. And it seems like we are going to be changing the map to Champions Field. Illinois State really wants that map change. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if it necessarily gives people an advantage. But we're about to go into the next match here. Very excited to see if Indiana State, what they're going to do differently this map. Hopefully, we see a little bit more offensive side of things. First coin flip does go to Illinois State. Ball already on Indiana State's side. Cowboy Dan with the lob. Miller with the air dribble. B-step. Ooh. And unfortunate. Indiana State did a really good job at trying to that ball from going in. Ooh, and the save from Cowboy Dan, but unfortunately Bob Evan was right there to hit right back in after the save. Unfortunate. And unfortunately, Indiana State just not able. I mean, yeah, Cowboy Dan really only at the goalpost here. And Miller just has a straight shot right into the goal. Citrus Mario just wall riding. Ooh, nice goal from Cowboy Dan. I just don't think Illinois State really saw it coming Look at this Troy. Troy tries to stop it and just runs out of the, like, drives out of the way. Interesting plays from both teams here. And another goal from B-Step, tied up. And Troy with the goal. Illinois State's lead again. Oh, and Miller misses the double tap. Troy saves the ball from going in. Troy doing a little bit of air dribble on his own, passes it to Miller, but gets saved by Cowboy Dan. Ball in the corner here. Ooh, a demo from Illinois State. Oh, wow. Bob Evans was just able to kind of go right in with it, unfortunately. Yeah, B-Step there, at least try. I mean, it was really close. That was a really close save from B-Step. Nice try, at least. And as always, as a reminder, if you have not followed us on Twitch or the WZIS YouTube, you should, so you can keep up to date with all things Indiana State esports related. We're here 4 nights a week. Ooh, what a nice fake from Troy, but unfortunately does not go in. Pass to Miller. Miller gonna try and get it in the goal, but is not able to. Stopped by Indiana State, but Bob Evan with the clap back and shoots it right back in. Miller trying right here to just dribble it in, but B-Step stops him, and Bob Evan comes right in for the hit. Nice synergy from Illinois State, I will have to say. They've got some really good synergy with each other. B-Step with the save, but is unfortunately demoed. Bob Evan with the pass to Troy, and Dan saves it. Ooh, and the goalpost saves it that time. They're going to try and get it in, but it's saved by Cowboy Dan. Bob Evans tries going for it as well. Bob Evans once again with the air dribble. State having a hard time trying to keep the ball in play. And what a save from Cowboy Dan. And Cowboy Dan was just scored on his own team. But Troy was able to come right back in. Yeah, look at that. That was super close. And then Troy comes in. Boom! Right in. Two United States players there, but not a single save, unfortunately. And yeah, just another. Yeah, where's it? Where's Indiana State at, dude? It's just citrus in the goal, bro. Indiana State nowhere to be seen, unfortunately. And map 2 does go to Illinois State, making the score 2-0. All Illinois State needs is one more win to win the series. Indiana State needs to bring up their game because this could potentially be the last game. It is match point for sure, and this next game could be potentially the last game. So I'm hoping Indiana State is just a little bit more aggressive. I would like to see that at least. But we're gonna go to a short break while we wait for the next match to start. Please stay tuned. Here we are into the next match after that tech pause. Already seen a demolition and it all. D-step with the save. Nice. Nice. Not really a whole lot going on here, just some back and forth between both teams. Indiana State are still struggling to get a goal and try and keep it away from their side of the field. Ooh, and the demo, unfortunately. Another demo. Demos back and forth constantly. Ball is on the Illinois State side, but unfortunately, Indiana State not really going to be able to get much. It just seems like they just hit the ball in the air and hope it goes somewhere they like. I don't know. Unfortunate. I'm just seeing a lot of teamwork from Illinois State that I wish we would see with Indiana State. Troy does get the save there. And another save from Miller. Illinois State does not want Indiana State to get that goal. No way. They play good defense and offense, unfortunately. Seconds left remaining. Indiana State really needs to they really need to do something here, or they're just gonna lose. Indiana State needs to play more aggressive. They need more teamwork, unfortunately. They just don't play as a team as I wish they would. And map 3 and the series goes to Illinois State. Unfortunate. It was worth a try. I like the effort that Indiana State brought to the table, but they just didn't have the teamwork that Illinois State did. Illinois State with the constant, with the constant saves, the constant passes. Like Illinois State was just constantly, they had good teamwork. They had good energy. They were passing to each other. They were helping each other out, playing really good defense when they needed to, playing good offense when they needed to. When the ball was on Illinois State's side and was like really close to the goal, there would at least be two Illinois State players there to kind of help save it. On the other hand, Indiana State, they just I don't know, they just didn't really play that much as a team that I would have liked at least. Just so unfortunate to see. That's something that the Rocket League team can work on though, is just that teamwork. How we can use teamwork on something like, let's say, like on offense. So unfortunately, there's a couple of things Indiana State needs to work on, but they are getting better throughout the year. I mean, throughout the season, they're already way better than they were at the start. It's just so unfortunate that we weren't able to get a single map today. But that's going to be it for Indiana State Esports. Tomorrow night, we do have Smash Bros. At 7, so please stay tuned for that. Those are always fun to watch. I like watching Smash Bros. But yeah, that is going to be it for tonight. If you haven't already, please follow our Twitch and subscribe to the WZIS-FM YouTube to stay up to date with all things esports related. I've been your host, Cullen Light, and we'll see you next time.